Well, hello, everybody. Happy Thursday night, or maybe Friday morning, depending on where you are. This is Lisa Harden, and I'm coming to you live from a very stormy Boise, Idaho. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and one of the things that means is that I be selling, or I can sell all of the products I'll be using tonight. This is a beautiful paper crafting company called Stampin' Up! I have been using their products for at least 30 years, a few years more than that. And I keep using these products because they, what do I want to say? They just answer every paper crafting need I ever have, and they're high quality and they are just ripe for the picking. We have a brand new annual catalog that just came out about a month ago. And so if you do not have a copy of the catalog and you live in the United States, you can absolutely private message me and I would love to send you one. Or actually, now that I think about that, you can just go over to the stampingzoo.com and hit the catalog requests tab. Yes, do that. Okay, I set myself up so orderly. And then, okay, so here's the deal. This is why I'm a little discombobulated. You know how when you're a little of a certain age, you can hurt yourself by doing very mundane things. Well, as you will see, I grabbed my infrared blanket. This is on my trying to put it on my neck and left shoulder, which I am left-handed. It doesn't make it any better. So the other night, I was watching the storm. I was laying on the bed with Cash because he was freaked out, and I was watching the storm out the window, and I was laying at a weird angle. And I am paying the price for that. Oh my gosh. Yesterday, it really hurt. And then I only thought it hurt yesterday because today, I'm actually very surprised, knock on wood, and very happy that I don't have a migraine from this. So, anyway, it's going to be an interesting one. Couple that with the fact that we may lose internet, and, the good thing though is that at 6:57, yes, it's 7:05, so at 6:57, I decided I couldn't take, the squeaking coming from my chair anymore, and so I ran and found the WD-40, grabbed it from underneath the kitchen counter. I know. You guys, I mean, thank you. Oh, so anyway, if somebody tunes in at a later time and I'm like just working away, they're going to be thinking, what is up with this lady? They'll probably watch me just simply out of morbid curiosity. Like, what does she have on? Why is she whimpering when she moves her left hand? But you know what? I have a couple of really fun cards to share with you tonight. And I have some great events to talk with you about. And so, darn it, we're going to do it. Just being here with you makes me feel happy, right? I might have a little black and white dog um, sucked to my side here before too long. But you know what? It's all good because it's Thursday night. And in the office world, that's called Friday Eve. And so just about anything can happen tonight. Again, knock on wood, I'm not getting cocky. And thank you. I am a hot mess, Jean. Let's just call it what it is. I'm a hot mess. Oh, let me say hi to some of you. Yes, Laura, you did the same thing with lifting or turning, just so. A friend of mine lifted a turkey out of the oven years and years ago. And oh, I can't even think about how many years of physical therapy she had. I mean, of course, it was other things too, but it kind of kicked it off by lifting a turkey out of the oven. So, yes. Oh, goodness. Hello, Kathleen and Roz and Jean and Corinne. You've all shared this video. Thank you so much for sharing. And if you would be so kind, if you are watching and you're enjoying this, please share this back to your social media sites. I mean, after that intro, how can you not share this? I This helps the Stamping Zoo so much for you to share. It also helps for you to like and engage with me and ask me questions. And plus, it's just fun. That's what I'm here for. This is called Stamp and Chat because I am here to teach, to inspire, and to answer your questions. You may have questions about the products, how to order the products, how to use different products you have. You may have questions about the starter special that's going on this month. So, any questions that you have, please just post them. And if I don't get to them during the live, then I will absolutely take care of them afterward. Okay. And I'm just realizing, yeah, we're not going to have the drawing tonight for last week. I'll have to post that tomorrow. I'm so sorry, but you get it, right? So I did get some new products this week, and but tonight we're going to be playing with the Crafting with You bundle. Yay! I'm using some beautiful DSP designer series paper, and it's on sale. So I thought it would be really fun. This is an excellent sale. It's 15% off of just about every designer series paper pack in the catalog. Okay, and so you can save 3, $5 per package. That's great. You can buy adhesives for free, basically. So I hope you take a look at that. Again, that is through this month. And some of them will probably go unorderable. And this one I'm using tonight, I think might go unorderable. That's why I wanted to get it to you first so you can see all the cool patterns um, and put it in an order. And now, how do you order? If you've never ordered before, let me verse you in this. It's so simple. That's the deal. You just have to go over to thestampingsoo.com, hit the Shop Now tab, which is the first tab on the left. And then that takes you right to my online store, safe and secure with Stampin' Up. And you can order designer series papers and, as I said, many, many more paper crafting supplies, thousands of items. All right. So I'm going to show you a couple of things tonight that one I'm just curious about, one I'm excited about, and one I already know that I love. Okay. So please let me bring my desk in and minimize this pathetic picture of me. Put my blanket on in June. Yes, it's true. And it is cooling down tonight, but this is going to be the third night in a row. I don't know if we're going to get rain tonight, but if it is, it'll be the third night in a row that we've actually had some pretty good thunderstorms. And while thunderstorms aren't fantastic, there were actually some trees that were down that I saw on my way into work this morning. However, um, it's very good in a very dry area to get rain at night. If this keeps happening, the water company's going to be very sad, and me and my plants are going to be very happy. Okay, so there's always a silver lining. Okay, let's take a look at this first. This is just kind of a cool thing here. Hello, Linda. Hello, Sherry. KZ, of course. How are you guys doing? Oh, Lori says right now her hands are swollen and aching from work, and she has to make cards, but she can't tonight. No, you cannot. You just take a rest. You know what? Lori asks, this is not about paper crafting, but I'm happy to answer it. Where does it help? Your infrared blanket, and where did you get it? I may need one. I feel like it's well, you can read about them. This one actually has stones in it, and a lot of them have tourmaline. I think it conducts the heat better. But anyway, it makes it very heavy. That's one thing about them. I got them on Amazon. My flexible spending account from work allowed me to pay for them, which was nice. And here's what I think about them from my own experience. I feel like they work like a heating blanket. They feel like a heating pad, but the relief lasts longer. And I don't mean that it lasts days and days, but I mean like several hours. And again, just my own personal experience, but I use it for um, different arthritic joints, this kind of thing. Oh, when I sit wrong, for goodness sake, and things like that, just sore muscles, arthritis, just general discomfort. You know what? Actually have a blanket because some days, hopefully this is going to go away, but some days with my Crohn's disease, my whole body would be inflamed. And so I would just have to get under that blanket, and I feel like it gave me relief. So hope that helps some of you. Now this thing isn't going to stay up, right? Because it's heavy. Um, like I said, that's the only kind of bad thing about it. Oh, okay. We'll put it on my back. That's all right. So let's talk about this cool thing first. First of all, this is the Take Your Pick Crafter Tips. And this, let me show you where this is in the catalog. I should have gotten that out. Beautiful catalog. Oh, goodness, Lori. Yes, you do. I think you need to check it out. I actually have like 3 different pieces, one that wraps around my knee, this size, and then the blanket, but they make all different kinds and all different s they're for all different parts of your body, elbows and stuff. You're fine. And, so check them out. No, it's sort of off topic, but sort of not, because if I can help my crafters get healthier so they can craft, then we're totally on topic. Yes? Okay, so let's take a look at where these tools are because I don't think I have this one um, bookmarked. Cutting and scoring tools. I think that's it, page 145. If not, we'll figure it out. It'll be around there. I like to point this out because this one's kind of, yeah, this one's just kind of random. So this is Terrific Tools, okay? And then right here are the 3 new pieces that you can buy to add to your Take Your Pick tool. Hello, Anna. Very nice to see you. So this is quite a little miracle tool, isn't it? So the base tool is $11 US, and it comes with a putty end that's refillable, and then it comes with this end that is technically a pokey tool and a spatula. Okay, and you've seen me use these since they came out. So, so helpful. Now we also have an additional die brush end. Isn't that great? That you can purchase. And that is right here over on page, or it's number 10. And that is $12. And it's sitting on these black sponge mats because you receive those to use when you're rolling out little die pieces. Okay, very handy. I think I have 4 Take Your Pick tools now because I always have these different tools on them. Okay, and then this is, let me call them what they're properly called, at least first. First of all, this is a rotary perforating tip, which is kind of fun. We'll use it in a minute here. Okay, when you get this, it has a safety on it, right? And it works by just touching this. Let me do that again. Right here, you push it up. That's how you need to keep it when it's normal, because then it will not cut you. Then when you're ready to use it, you pop that down. Yeah, not motorized, super easy. Screws right into an end of the Take Your Pick tool. Just like there's an X-Acto knife, which I think we're calling a rotary blade. And this is like no joke. Watch out. So if you're doing some fussy cutting and you want to really get the fine points of that, then you can use that. I mean, you can use it for other things too, right? And then finally, what's this one called? I think it's called a craft pick. Pick tip. Yeah. This looks like dental tools a little bit. I can't get them out. I was leaving them in here so I could show them to you, that they're nicely presented. And if you want to give a set of these to a stamper friend of yours, I think they're priced really nicely. They're $21. And if you already know that your paper crafting friend has the Take Your Pick tool, or if he or she doesn't, you could bundle it all up as a really nice gift. Let's see, it would be $11 and $21, whatever that is. And then if you wanted to put in the brush tip, it's 12. 12, 11, 12, 21, whatever that is. You know I can't think about math tonight. It's my day job. So look at this thing. It looks like a dental tool, doesn't it? Yes. but I am sure that can get into some really fine points of dyes and whatnot. And then this is another pokey tool, but this is like a serious pokey tool. It's very thin. I bet you can push this right through. Sorry, squeaky, huh? I bet this goes through. Yep, sure enough. Goes a little further in through these in case you have a stubborn piece. And again, once you start using it and have these out, you will just start you'll just start using them for all different things. I know. So anyway, again, it comes in this cute little box and easy to wrap or put into a gift box or gift bag that you've made out of designer series paper. Yes. Okay, so speaking of designer series paper, let's take a look at a few little announcements, shall we? All right. So, first off, I want you to know that the Cheerful Daisies online class is alive and well. I sent out kits to everyone that had signed up, I think last week. And so you get all sorts of things with this class. You get a kit which has supplies to make 8 cards, two each of 4 different designs, and a 3D project. And it is all designed using the Cheerful Daisies bundle. So you can either you oh Anna says she loves the class and she made them all. Star student, Anna. Good job. So she can tell you uh, that I have video tutorials. I send out a color um, written tutorial, and yeah, of course, you get the kits. Okay. So I'm so glad. I'm so happy when you finish them. I mean, it's fun to look at and everything, but Anna finished hers. So what do you know? Hello, Jenny. Very nice to see you. And hello, Donna. Nice to see you too. So anyway, that class is still available. In fact, I have one kit cut and ready to go in the mail. It is $25 plus $8 priority shipping if you need that. Some people can just pick it up off the doorstep. So, and if you want to make a trip to Boise, then let's do that. If you make a trip to Boise from 2 states away, I'll buy you lunch. Okay? So please keep that in mind. It is a very happy class. I'm proud of it. I think that you get good value for that class, okay? Now, this is what I've been talking about. So this is the month to stock up on that designer series paper. What do we call it when we use it a lot? We call it DSP. And I'm sure if you look back behind you in your own paper stash, you'll notice that you're running low because it's hard to keep designer series paper on the shelf, isn't it? So I think you need to look around and buy 1 or 2 packages. And again, I'm going to show you what I think is the best deal tonight. So please know that that is going on through the month of June. And like I said, the best selection is right now. Okay. All right. So with that, these are the papers we are going to use tonight. And let's see, I will show them to you full scale once we get through these other fun things I want to show you. But this is called the Delightfully Eclectic 12 by 12 Designer Series Paper Pack. You will notice it's $25, 25.50. It was regularly 30, and that's because it is 48 sheets of paper. So it's one of those super bundles, right? 4 pieces of each design, double-sided papers, and you will see, yes, it's definitely an eclectic mix. But one of the cool things is, uh-oh, can you hear that? As with lots of things with Stampin' Up, this paper coordinates with lots of different stamps and dies. So as we start working through them and looking at the patterns, you will see, oh, and punches too. Yeah. So anyway, it coordinates. Hello, Kathy. Oh my gosh, almost missed me. And thank you for the stamps. You're so welcome. I'm glad you received it. You never know with the mail, girl. Sometimes you think that it's obviously got to be lost because the mail goes so slow, and then somebody receives something. So I'm glad yours got there really fast. Jill, you're not going to outlive. Jill says she's not going to outlive her DSP. Well, I'm probably not going to either, unless I sell it in a retired sale. That's the only thing that saves me. But you know, it doesn't hurt to have a little more. It's small. Okay. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. And hello, Andrea Cox. Get in here, girl. Where have you been? Taking care of kids and getting up at 4 in the morning? Okay. So, anyway, this is the paper we're going to be using. We're going to use several different patterns of it. Now, please don't forget, as long with the DSP sale in June, you can get a starter kit plus, and that means when you join my team, you can purchase $155 of product for $99 plus tax. So you get free shipping and an extra bonus of product this month, $155 for $99. And you get to choose whatever you want. I don't choose what you get. Stumpin' Up doesn't choose what you get. You choose what you get in your starter kit, okay? And then you just get to shop with a 20% discount for several months, no minimum. And then you also get to experience some time with the Stamping Zoo. Do you know that I give my teammates a free access to all of my online classes? They don't get the kits. If they would like the kits to order the kits, then they pay the regular fee. But they get online access to everything I put online. That's just one of the great benefits. Okay. And so I would love to have you join my team. There is a place for everybody on my team. You don't have to be, I mean, I can start thinking of all the differences and similarities. There Everybody is really different on my team, but the one thing is we all have a love of paper crafting and we all have a love of community. And that's what I foster. It's just really fun. I've had so many great friendships formed from just people reaching out and being on my team. So if you would like to be on my team, you can call me and talk to me about it. You can post questions here if you would like to just have me answer any questions for you about the starter kit. And you can also call me. Can you believe that? 208 830 6328. I almost gave you my work number. Let's just stick to home number. Don't call me right this minute, though, because I'm busy. Okay, so anyway, I would really love it. And it's just a great deal. That's why I talk about it, is because it's a great deal for you. And if it's a great deal for you, then it works out great for me. Okay. And so please keep that in mind. That is available through June. You can read more about that and about me at thestampingzoo.com. There is a tab there that says Join the Zoo Crew. All right. And then besides the Charming Daisies, I have other events coming up. Of course, I have a stamp camp every month this summer. I will also be releasing a Zany Zoo online class, similar in format to the Charming Daisies. Okay, and then also I'm going to do a Christmas in July class, and we are going to make a desk calendar. Let me show you. This is not. Let's see, Cassie, you're okay. Oh goodness, my brave boy is coming into. You're okay. Hope I don't roll over him. So let me show you this. Let's see here. Mhm. All right, this is what the desk calendar will look like in form. This is not the design. Okay, this is one I made a couple of years ago. But this is what your desk calendar will look like. And you will make a page a month. This is a 4x6 page. Okay. And so you'll receive a kit with this class of all sorts of fun products. You'll receive the easel, okay, which is clear. So it's a little hard to see, but you'll receive that. You will receive a video tutorial. Let's see how I'm going to do it. I'm going to structure it as a Zoom so that I can work with you for a couple of hours. If I'll be available for a couple of hours. Just because there's lots of little tricks I have for making the calendars. And if you are in Boise, you can come to an in-person class for 2 hours. You will not finish the catalog or the calendar in 2 hours, but that's okay, right? Because once you have instruction, then you will be able to finish it on your own. We're starting it nice and early. We're starting it in July. So you'll have lots of time to make it before you give it as a gift in December. I will be pricing that and putting the registration up on my website soon, but I did want to give you just a little snippet of what it looks like. Okay. And then, of course, don't forget, you're at a live class right now. We're going to do some paper crafting, and I'm sure I'll have some tips and tricks for you. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. Let's clear the decks and let's get back to the crafting. So the paper that I showed you, the Delightfully Eclectic, again, it's 48 sheets of paper, 12 by 12. All right. So it's a great bundle of paper for making multiples of the same design. And you can also split it up and give it to some friends. Again, I'm always thinking about a gift for my paper crafting friends or a gift to get my non-paper crafting friends involved in paper crafting. This is also a great pack of paper to have if you do 3D projects, if you want to make gift bags and tags and all that stuff. Um, Lots of gift bags take 2 pieces of designer series paper to make. So this would be a great pack of paper to have for that. Now, let me just show you the patterns, okay? Andrea, it's going to be a fantastic class. And if you are on my team, you get access to that class for free. Okay, so here's the pattern. Again, remember, you're going to get 4 sheets of each of these. Here's the front side and the back side. Whoa, this one makes me a little, gives me vertigo. But I think it'll be really fun once I cut it down. Okay, here's some crushed curry. As you can imagine, this pack of paper has a ton of different colors in it. So just know that it's probably going to really coordinate with lots of things. Okay, this one's so sweet. We're going to use, we might use this tonight. Strawberries. Let's see. There we go. And then the back side of that is just kind of a cool pattern. I believe it's fresh freesia, but don't hold me to that. This one is gorgeous. Just a big bounty of florals interlocked. And then this is a great pattern. Yeah, I might be using more of this one than the flowers on the other side, but it's all good. That's another reason why you want to have 4 sheets of it. Then you don't really feel bad when you're using one side if you love both sides, right? So, and then this is super fun, right? It's like, lined paper, and you get 2 sheets with different lined paper on it. Now, this one is great. And if you notice here, we've got 2 kind of interlocking shapes. You can you can actually punch those out with a punch. Okay, I won't death's cold hand. Please. All right, and here's the lined paper again. And then this one's really great. I think it goes well with the typewriter paper or the typewriter stamp. I'm sorry. So fun, right? And then look at this. We're going to use this paper tonight too. These cool little hearts. And so it's pretty peacock background. And then like every so often you get a little bubble bath heart. And if you want to color all of the hearts, you can, of course, with the Stampin' Blends. Okay. Here's some cool pretzels. We have a stamp set that I believe is called Good Times. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it has a pretzel in it. So there you go. And then these cool stripes. Of course, I'm going to be using that too because why wouldn't you? And then here's, again, more stripes, bubble bath, right? Just cool bubble bath. And some more beautiful paper with, yeah, of course, some more beautiful florals, I meant. Finally, another really cool paper of florals with misty moonlight as a background. That's gorgeous. And then some more crushed curry, which is really kind of hand-drawn dots, similar to the stamp that we had. Then finally, isn't this one cool? The black swan. It's really the white swan, actually, on black paper. Let me see. There you go. And then the back side of that is, again, kind of that same pattern that's in the punch, but smaller. So I if there's not a pattern, if there's not like at least 6 patterns in there that you need, then I would be really surprised. I realize I'm talking a little strange tonight. It is because my neck hurts. I like the swans too, Kathleen. What are you going to make with it? Just like, are you going to use the swans paper for just a background with a sentiment, or what are you thinking? I would be interested to know. So, along those same lines tonight, we are going to start with this beautiful little daisy pattern. I don't even remember which one had the daisies on it now. Where's that paper? I don't think I showed you that paper, but it's included in there. Okay, like I said, my neck. Um, what does this guy say? Do not fight me when your time comes. This is some weirdo on Facebook, right? Okay, I won't, but I hope my time's not tonight. Oh gosh. Okay, so we're going to use this beautiful daisy paper, and there's lemons on the background. And then I am going to bring in my featured bundle of the night, and we're going to have some fun with this. So it is Crafting with You. This is a beautiful one. It's so fun. It's someone's $1 million stamp set. It is Irene Wendland's stamp set. So congrats, Irene, because I think everyone loves the stamp set, right? Isn't she lucky? That's super fun. And then look at all of the dies. So we're going to use several of these dies tonight, but they are so fun. We are going to use on this card, I've been dying to use this embroidery hoop. Look at that. And then there's a ruler, paper trimmer, sewing machine, scissors, a basket that you can stamp yarn. We have a yarn stamp over here. And so, I mean, there's just it goes on and on. Thread, an easel that you can, this is a separate stamp, so you can put whatever you want on the easel. 1 minute, I have, let's see here. I have some cards in here. I just made a ton of them as thank you cards. Oh goodness, can I find them? Guys, I have so many cards in here. It's not even funny. Cassie, are you doing okay? Shoot. Sorry, guys. I thought they were right on the top. I don't think they were. Okay, well, trust me. It's cute. If you were a customer of mine last month, you will be getting a thank you card from me that's using this bundle. And I knew that wasn't going to work very well. Let me move this thing. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna just go forward and use this, and it'll be super fun. All right. First of all, this is a cute little embroidery hoop, and we are going to attempt to turn it into a shaker. All right. So I think, let's see. I think we should use some crushed curry for the actual embroidery hoop. So let me grab that. Dear Lord, I hope I have some. I don't want to have to wheel this thing around and get in and out of this chair again. We do have some. I am just going to cut this and do this on the mini. Okay. The mini is handy when your arm is frozen because it's really light. So look, there we go. So easy. Do you think Sarah and Shelly had that in mind when they were designing this? They were like, our stampers are getting older and weird things happen to them. I think we better make a little die cutting machine for them. All right, so let's take a look and see what this ends up looking like as crushed curry. And then I have some fun shaker pieces to put in there. I know, Kathy, there are so many things you can put into, oh gosh, this is so thin. So here's the embroidery hoop. See that? And then look what's inside. It's a stitched circle. Excellent. Okay, I'm a little worried because I'm wondering where I'm supposed to put um, my adhesive strips. Let's see these things. I don't think that's gonna work. That's what I get for not trying it out first. Cut all the pieces and parts. You know what? We're gonna give it a try. Why not? Okay, so then run the window sheet through there as well. And we will then have something that is exactly the same size as our embroidery hoop. Okay. No, don't jump off there now. You stay right where you are. Okay. All right. Super fun. Okay. And then see, that comes out of our window sheet. Let's hope. Nice and clean. Maybe. No, I need to run it through again. That's not unheard of. Kathy. I love it, Kathy. Oh gosh, can you send me some? I mean, it's rough. It's rough for ladies. We're hardworking. Our bodies hurt sometimes. Okay. Whoops. Oh, come on now. I'm already questioning you. I think I better put this on. You know what? Let's just redo it. Let's just redo it because I have some window sheet that fell down here on the floor. Okay. Alrighty. Let's try this. The larger machine also might have a little more pressure, but that's okay. We're going to do this. We're going to do it this way. Okay. And you hear lots of cracking and creaking when you run window sheet through here. It's okay. That is a good sign. Okay, now let's see if this thing comes out a little bit better. See, I should have done a dry run on this, but all I did was cut all the pieces and parts. I thought for sure it would work, like a dream. Okay. I can see it though, if I want to just trim around it. Yep, we're getting rain. Oh boy, are we getting rain. Excellent. I don't badmouth rain around here. I badmouth lightning. But that's okay. The other night when I hurt my neck, it was so crazy. Thunder went on for hours. It was such a slow moving storm. And okay, so at the top, back to the card. At the top, I'm just gonna cut that little um whatever that's called at the top of them. I'm gonna cut that off. And then I guess luckily this centerpiece didn't cut all at once because that makes it able to be used as a shaker. Because if the middle fell out like it did when I cut it originally, we wouldn't be able to use it. My gosh, this is going to be, woo, it's a test. I need some surgical glasses. We can do it though. Also, I will suggest, you're here to learn from me doing things right as well as maybe not so right. You could also put self adhesive sheet on this. And then when you run it through there, it just makes it into a sticker. So let's give it a try. Kathy says, today is the first day in a week you haven't had rain. Remind me where you are again, Kathy. I don't remember. I bet I do remember, but I think you're in Oregon. That's my guess. Okay, since I didn't think ahead and use adhesive sheet. Oh, see, that's all right. No harm, no foul. We're going to put this on there. And Then it will hide the edges. This is a new glue, so I want to be a little careful with it. Then again, I'm just going to put glue where the ring is. I am not going to put glue on that top decorative piece because that's not going to be part of the shaker. I've cut it off. Okay. And so does anybody have this crafting with you bundle yet? Or is it on your list? Because it should be. I had so much fun with it. The thank you cards I sent out, I used the die cut machine and all sorts of little pieces and parts. You can tell already this is where the top was. Okay, so let's just put this on here. I think it'll work just fine. Oh, it's quite cute, isn't it? Okay, so I guess I'm glad that didn't cut out of the window sheet the first time around because of the window part. And also you could just use another die cut, but that would be a lot of fine tuning, I think. Okay, so now we have like our little window piece, and yeah, it has some static on it. We're just gonna go with that, or it might have a little glue or something. I'm okay with that for right now. We're just gonna try and get this thing centered onto the card. All right, so I have two pieces of white. I have, let's see here. Yep, I have a front piece that is only, so the white piece is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. And then the designer series piece is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So you only have an eighth. Yeah. And so again, I like the liquid glue for this because it gives you a tiny bit of shimmy time, right? And then you're locked in. Whereas I feel like if you're using snail, once it's down, it's kind of hard to pry up. So how I do it is I kind of start down at the bottom or at the top. It doesn't matter so much, but I get that centered and where I want it. And I've done this so many times that I know about how slim it should look. And also, if it's not completely even, don't sweat it. It's totally fine. Ross says you have it and you love it. Oh, yeah. You have this and you love the paper trimmer. It's so adorable. Let me see here. It is so, so cute. So I don't have those cards out here, but I do have a couple remnant pieces. And here is the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And then this is the paper trimmer. And it even has a little scoring blade that you glue and put on the top of it, which I don't have that. But then if you're really clever, then you slide a little piece of paper through it. Now, I didn't make that up, but believe me, I use the idea. And I think it's like an inch and a half. But basically, then you can run a little piece of paper through the trimmer. Oh, okay. I already put the scoring blade on it. What? Look at this. It looks like you could like cut the paper. Yes, it's so cute. I'm in love with it. So please keep that in mind. The dies are sensational in this thing. Okay. Yes, it is homemade, Kathleen. We're going to really drive that thought home tonight. Canada needs some rain. Yes, they do need rain. Oh my goodness. Although I have to say, I find it a little funny. This has nothing to do with Canada. This is to do with the Eastern United States. Probably like more like Washington, D.C. and New York State. It's like we've been having bad air quality in the West that has come down from Canadian forest fires for, I don't know, 5, 7, 10 years. But now that it's finally hit the East, now it's making the news. It's kind of like, Yes, we realize you don't think we're a part of the United States, but we're hiding over here in the West, just doing our thing. And of course, I'm sorry that everybody's having bad air quality. Just that part just made me laugh a little bit. Like now it's making the front news or the front page of the news. Yes. Okay, let's take these. So these are our adhesive strips. Okay. They are twice as high as a dimensional. And that really helps us with a shaker card. I am hoping that I can hide most of this because you need a solid piece of dimensional. You can't use just pieces and parts because remember, we're going to put things in here that are going to shake. Now we have some, yeah, you can see it a little bit, but you know what? We're going to get over that, aren't we? Get over it, Lisa. And so, anyway, you have to create like a little well for your whatever you're going to put in your shaker card. And I'm saying it that way because we're not using sequins tonight. We do have some great sequins and those, um, sorry, my arm. Um, I'm going to stop and show you where these are right now because they're really quite interesting. They look like a donut and they are gorgeous. They're iridescent shaker circles. So see, they have a donut and they have a donut hole. So they're not just little circles. And then we also have these though, loose silver sequins. Oh, beautiful. They are part of the Les Shops collection, which Jean Shoot and I absolutely love. So Les Shops is probably going to be one of the next ones on my order for sure. So there's two loose sequins that we have, but let's see. I think that might be it. But we're not going to use loose sequins. We are going to use something else. Okay, so I am going to run this off. Okay, so ideally you wouldn't be able to see any of the adhesive, but this embroidery hoop is so thin, you can't help but see it, you know, unless and I mean unless you were to put a lot more work into it and make it on a frame, on another frame. No, let's not do that. That would suck the fun right out of it. I'm going to try and get this a tiny bit shorter though, because it had a speed bump on it that I wasn't liking. And the items we're going to put in here are big enough that they're not going to fall out. Okay, so let's take a look at it. You won't even notice. All right, and I am going to position this so that it's over this daisy. Now, I knew it would be offset, but that's totally fine. I kind of want it that way. What if I use the foam adhesive pad instead of the strips? Oh, hold on. Roz may have just come to a really brilliant idea. Whoops, it's okay, Catchy. Let's see here. Okay, hold it. Brilliant idea coming. 1 minute. Where are they? Yes, okay. So these are the foam adhesive sheets. All right. And they die cut things. Roz, you are brilliant. Okay, I'm just going to do this quick and dirty. There's backing paper on both of these. Essentially, this is a Stampin' Dimensional without the, that's not pre-kept. All right. So then I'm just, let's see, this needs to be wider. Normally I would do this ahead of time and make it look really nice and neat, but let's be honest, this is what a lot of us do in the heat of the moment. Okay, so now I'm going to put a piece of cardstock on top of this thing. All right. And really what I'm doing is I'm making a piece of cardstock that is dimensional. Oh, okay. I told you my brain wasn't in the right place tonight. It's just not, as long as I don't have to use my left arm. But see, there's a problem with that. That's where it's at for me. Okay. This guy is going to go on. Oh, man. I didn't give myself much overage, did I? Okay, we're going to run this through the die cutter machine, just like this. And it's going to be through the regular die cutting machine. And I really think when you're using the foam adhesive sheets, you should use it the regular die cutting machine. I think that it's not going to have enough pressure with the little guy. Roz is so smart. Okay, now look what we've just made. Roz. Oh my gosh, I would kiss you if it wouldn't be totally awkward and weird. Look at this. We have a shaker now. And let's make sure the middle comes out. If not, we'll make it come out. But look at this. Okay, I think if we peel the backing off, that the middle will come out. Yes. You are so freaking brilliant. Okay. So it's not going to be super thick, but it's okay because what we're putting in here is going to be kind of flat, right? So again, oh, now I need that window sheet, but now I need to cut some more window sheet. This is a really awkward way of doing this, but you know what? It's okay. It works. All right, now this and more window sheet. I hope I have some over here. I have more. Let's see. Okay, 1 minute. Hello, Cassie. You're doing okay. You're all right. Stick with me, kids. Roz. I know. Okay, now I'm going to get this off of my nail. Oh, that stuff loves to hang on to acrylic nails. Get down there. Okay, now I'm going to take this and run it through, and I am going to use the regular die cutting machine and see if that helps us a little bit as well. So, I don't want it to work too much, do I, Cassie? Because I don't want to take the middle out. Trying to move this chair on carpet and not use my arm. Lord. We can go ahead and cut this top part off again. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Now, that circle stayed intact pretty good. There's a tiny piece that is loose, but again, it's not going to matter for what we're doing. Roz, look at that. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. It's not going to work because I can't put this down without the window sheet. Oh no. I thought we were on a roll there. That's not going to work. We have to go back to our original one. Do you see why? Because I just put the window sheet on the bottom. I can't put the window sheet. Anyway, I think you get it. I think we could do it with a couple of different cuts, but let's just stick with this for right now. But I think it would be really close. It was very close. And I think it could still kind of work somehow. Okay, before I stick this down with nothing in it, let's see. Guess what we're going to use? We're going to use spools of thread that I've made with the die cutting machine because they're just too cute. They're too cute. So I have already made some with crushed curry and white. And let me see. Can you see those? Look at it. It even has embossing to look like thread. So it's just too cute. I can't stand it. And we're gonna use all these other cute pieces too, hopefully. Let's see. How many? I bet I have one, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, I have six. I feel like we should keep one outside of the shaker. So remember I told you I was just going to place my shaker over this daisy because it's just going to be extra. And there we go. And then we'll make a little sentiment and we'll put this last spool of thread on it. It's so cute. Look at it. You've got some thread in there. And then when it's just sitting, you can kind of see the daisy. I think it's adorable. And just remember, the thread is a different die cut from the spool. So you can make whatever color thread you want. If anyone likes that, you should give it a thumbs up. Especially after all that craziness I just put you through. We made it though. It's so cute. Okay, now let's see. We do have this little circle that we cut out or that got cut out, right? And so we could, I think that's too much. I think it's too much of a repeating pattern. We'll probably just do a little strip. We have with love. I haven't used that one yet. I think that's pretty cute. And it's kind of small. So I'm kind of thinking that would be cute. Just perched down here. And then let's take a look at some of the shapes we have. So I do like the nested essentials. And it's a different shape, right? It's not a circle, which makes it kind of fun. I think that one's going to be too small though. And I think the other one's going to be way too big. That's way too big. And the other one's going to be too small. We could use this. Let's take a look. Maybe. We could also use one of these. Possibly, I don't know what it is about that. I'm not in love with it. Well, what about the square? No, that's just weird. Okay, I need to stand again. Remember, I can't use my arm. So, you get a beautiful view here of me looking through my dies because I'm sure we have just the right die in here. Oh, yes, maybe this is it. So we have in the timeless arrangements, we have a couple that are really kind of fun. And we could use this one and just make it short. And that's what we're going to do. Why not? Because I'm going to show you how to make this short. And every time I do, somebody is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. What is that? So let's go ahead with, let's keep our color palette really simple. And let's just use piece of white cardstock. And now, do I want petal pink or do I want, I think petal pink is going to be too light for the sentiment. So let's use crushed curry. Okay, that's what the yellow is. And the with love just needs a little block. Okay, so let's take a look at this. I'm not going to use the piercing mat the first time. Let me just see what it looks like. It's so small. Oh, that's so pretty. Break my heart. Is it gorgeous? Isn't that pretty? Don't you wish that was your handwriting? Well, it doesn't have to be. You can just use this stamp. Okay, and then, yep, that's cute. And so this is the die right here. Has X's in the center and little dots. I don't know if we're going to be able to sync up those little X's, but that's okay. We're going to want a little extra room over here so that we can place this the last spool of thread, right? So we're going to want like, you know, little room like that. So I am going to move this and tape it in place. And let's see, I'm going to cut this down so I can cut it for you with the mini so you can see what I'm doing. All right, place this out of the way. Don't lose your tiny piece of thread. Okay, it's cute, isn't it? There's something about this set, and it's cute because tons of them are mini supplies that we use. Okay, so we are going to see how I have this placed. We are just going to partially cut this die. So plate on the top, regular sandwich, just like you do, except we're not going to run this all the way through. I wish you could see it. We're going to run it so that we stop right before it goes all the way through and bring it back to us. And so then, as you can see, it's just partially die cut. See that? Looks crazy, right? And then we're going to take this one. Now we're going to put it on this side. And remember, I said we're going to leave a little extra. And especially with these dies that have dashes and dots, you can move this die so that it locks in there like a puzzle piece. Once you feel it lock in, tape it down. Okay, and then you can run it through all the way if you want to. It doesn't matter. But I'm just going to run it partially through to finish cutting it, right? And then bring it back. Oh, even the sentiment cute because it's so tiny. Now look, we even got those X's on either side lined up, and that's a beautiful little die. If you were in my In Color Club, this was the featured bundle from last month, the timeless arrangements. And so I told you it was versatile. It's versatile. You can use it for so many things. All right. Back to this then. And now I'm going to put this on here like this adorable little, this one got loose, right? This little piece of this little spool of thread did not get caught in the embroidery hoop. Everything else did. And so one thing as I'm making this, one thing that I think would be really eye-catching was if you used a white card base and then you made all of these spools of thread. You could even make this white and then make all of these rainbow colors in there. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, now we're going to do kind of a mix of adhesives, right? Because we have this sitting up on adhesive sheet. Remember what I told you about it. It's twice as high as a dimensional. So you either need to use 2 dimensionals, or if this is easier, and it usually is, just use some more adhesive strip. So this is why you have to like keep a little arsenal of adhesives with you, because they all have a different purpose, and all of the Stampin' Up! Adhesives are top notch. You know, in the olden days, my olden days, I used to think that I could cheap out on the adhesives. And I can't tell you how many adhesives I tried and ended up throwing away. I'm just going to leave this on this adhesive. You could put a little glue on this side if you wanted, but I don't want to mess up my window sheet because I can be a little messy sometimes with glue on window sheet. So let's see here. I want to make sure you can still see the thread, but I want to keep it inside the frame of the designer series paper. So I feel like that's a really good place. Here's what we can do though, because I see this end is sitting up just a little bit. Let's put a glue dot on it. Again, you need your, take your pick tool Don't be silly, especially for mini glue dots if you're going to do this. And then I'm going to place it right underneath the paper. Oh my gosh. Is this not adorable? With love. There we go. With love. And then we have an insert here. I knew that wasn't one of my scraps. Come on now. And sending you a handmade hug. I like that. So we can do innies and outies with the sentiment. Or you inspire me. That's a great one too. You inspire me with your crafting. I could send that to probably any one of you because you've all inspired me with your crafting and with your stories and your sharing, your kindness. It just doesn't get any better than you guys. Okay, let me try to center this. We do always have the second side of the paper should we need it. And again, I think it's beautiful without the piercing mat. These are all really fine lined images. Look at that. It's so cute. And I am going to, oh my gosh, for a minute I thought, it's upside down. Do you want me to show you how to fix that? I'm going to. Okay, so I've made a card and it's upside down, right? It's okay. It's funny, but it's okay. Because what we're going to do is we are going to cut it off at the seam. So we're going to cut the front of it off, okay? And I like to cut it so that it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so that it's just what you had ready for the front. You can trim it down to the next mat if you want to. And it didn't want to cut exactly because it's on different, it got caught on the sentiment. I haven't made a backwards card in probably 5 or 6 years, and of course, I would make it tonight. But I'm glad it's a little opportunity for me to show you something that you don't get rid of the card, okay? We need to have some petal pink paper. Dear Lord, I hope I have some. Okay. Make a new card base. 5 1/2. Scored at 4 1/4. And we're just going to glue it on there. Okay. I'll make sure it's the right way this time. I think my chair is worse, not better with the WD-40. Wonderful. Does anybody have any question about the products I'm using, about the starter kit? I mean, don't you want to be a part of this? I think I'm a little more organized for my team meetings, but usually both of my arms work, so that helps a lot. Oh, Kathleen, you're the first vice president. That doesn't surprise me. I thought you would be like the president, the queen. If you were in my group, I would make you the queen because you're so organized and so go get them. Okay, so now remember, we're putting this onto a piece of cardstock. I'm going to start with the outside edge because I know that's going to really match up because I didn't trim that. Right? And then I'm just going to glue this on. Nobody's going to know. I'm going to take a quick look. Nobody's going to know. It's a tiny bit heavier. That's it. I know. Keeping it real, Leslie. Don't you know it, girl? Now we can finally put the inside to the end of the sago that is known as this card. When you buy your supplies and make this card, you're going to be amazed at how fast it goes together. I've done all of the trial and error for us. Oh, good Lord. I think it's super cute. I don't even know that it needs embellishments. I don't want to take away from the daisies, and I don't want to take away from the spools of thread. With love, sending you a handmade hug. Who's not going to want to like this? Great fix. It's all good. Exactly. It's all good. Oh my gosh. That was kind of funny. Not surprising. Oh gosh, get out. Okay, I actually have another card planned. Oh, we can do it. I have lots of the pieces pre-cut just in case we ran out of time. Imagine that. Okay, so for this one, I'm using again some of this beautiful DSP, right? And I use the Stitched Nested Essentials. I got three of the same color, I mean, three of the same size. And let me show you them. They're right here. I use the largest one. Okay. This is a set of dies, standalone set of dies, so it doesn't have stamps that go with it. It's in the back of the annual catalog. It's a must have. Okay, so there is just a piece of bubble bath. And then these are two of the patterned pieces. And I've used that die in part because it looks like it has stitching on it, because we are going to use the sewing machine. Look how cute she is. That makes me want to sew. And I have never sewn anything. And that's just about how I want these things right here. Okay, so let's start peeling this off, peeling this away. And again, this is a white, so this is a basic white card base, thick. We sell, let's make sure it opens the right way. Yep. We sell basic white in two different weights. The thick weight I use for card bases. Really, that's all I use it for. I guess I might use it for a 3D project, but really I use it for card bases. That's it. And then the regular one, it's not called regular weight or anything. It's just called basic white. That's what I use for stamping, die cutting, coloring, all of that stuff. Here's why. I find that my it's smoother. And so the stamping, the coloring, all of that just works better. They're made for different things, right? Okay, and then let's put this one up here and kind of overlap everything, but still you can see all the cute pennants. Now remember when I showed you this paper, it only had like one heart colored every so often. So of course I was going to fix that. And so I took my light bubble bath and I just went over some of these and colored them. So, and then again, of course, you can use any colors you want. All right, let's see what we have in here. I have a You Inspire Me and You Inspire Me. You may have to help me decide which shape. Okay, but we're going to put the sewing machine down here. And then again, I'm going to use some of those pieces of thread. I'm going to use some buttons, also in the die cuts, and I'm going to use this adorable pair of scissors. Now you could make these scissors actually work if you would use one of our brads in the embellishments section. I'm just going to glue them together. But again, they're so detailed that they are just really spot on. Now let's see. How do I want to do that? I think I want to put just a touch right here because I don't want all that glue to just squish through that hole, the mechanical piece there. Okay, and mine are going to be open. Oh man, so cute. Look at the scissors. Don't you feel like you just want to cut with them? I mean, that's how realistic they are. Love them. And of course, you could make them in any of our foiled papers, silver and all that business. I thought about making them in black, but then I was like, I didn't want to introduce one more color because there's so many colors on this. Pam, you do. And Pam's smart, so be like Pam. Go ahead and get this set. It is called Crafting with You. It is a bundle, which means you can save 10% if you purchase the stamps and the dies together. Okay, so here's what I was thinking. This time, after a few different tries, I decided that it looks a little bit cuter if the um, spools are bubble bath and then the thread is white. they pop out on this paper a little bit more. So let's find, and you cut two at a time. These dies cut two spools. No, let me see, maybe four. Yeah, four. So see right here? These are the spools, and this is the thread. And so they cut four at a time, which was really quick. Right. And then I just put, again, you could use adhesive sheet if you want to. I really am just using a dot of the liquid glue. And what else? My take your pick tool, which I think I just heard. Oh no, there it is. We're still getting some rain out there. You guys, this is like, I know I keep talking about it like I'm a farmer, but kind of am. And anyway, it's good for us. It's good. And then I want the white. And so if you see here, one side, I mean, they don't miss a trick. One side of this die is like the top. I call this the top, slightly more curved than the bottom. Okay. So, and again, there's a side of it that has embossing, which looks like ribbon, and one side that doesn't. So I put the embossed side front in the front. So it looks like thread. And I know it's hard to see on the camera. I couldn't really see it on the camera, but that's why you need to get the set, because you're going to be enamored with this. Once you get it, you will not believe how detailed, cute this is. And I want to tell you about the stamps. They are distinctive stamps, which is Stampin' Up's patent pending process to make stamps look photorealistic. They have different opacities of the ink with one stamping. And I'm going to show you what all that means. We are going to stamp, we're going to restamp our sewing machine. Oh my gosh, this looks like some kind of thread I would dig out of my drawer. Come on now. Can I straighten this out? I kind of think I only need three, but just in case. There. See, I only had that one little dot of glue, so I was able to really kind of like squish it around. I know, it's adorable. Can't really see that that's pink. Okay, so let's talk about the stamping of these. If you really want these to look as the designer made them, okay, you need to make sure you don't have too much ink on your ink pad. That's crazy talk, isn't it? Because we always want our ink pads well inked. Well, usually we do. But there's a quick fix for this so you can have your ink pads well inked, but still get all of the distinctive stamps to work beautifully. All right, so shows off best with a piece of white. And let me use Moody Mauve. I know you Australians love it when I say mauve. Okay, so let's see here. Ooh, so I haven't used this one today. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp it regular. Okay, let's see what we get. Oh, and we're going to use the paper piercing mat for this because it's a larger image. Okay, so when we just stamp this, it's going to get a nice juicy image, right? And that will even out some, but it's not as great as when you take a credit card and you take this and you move it back and forth. And what you essentially do, you can even see it there on my ink pad, is you are pressing the ink down into the ink pad. Because since our ink pads store themselves upside down, the ink sits at the top, right? So if you notice, these twist like this so that when you put them back, the ink is sitting upside down. So the ink goes to the top of the ink pad. Well, for distinctive stamps, that is not going to give you the best image with a juicy ink pad. Okay, you can see it before I even bring it up there, right? Look, you lose all of the shading in this one. It still works, it's fine. This one is better. It has all of those hand-drawn elements. You can see the shading coming here, okay? So, like I said, especially with new ink pads, just have a little credit card handy, a little gift card. Yeah, don't use your real credit card. Just a little gift card handy, and then I wipe it off on the chamois right away. And that is how you kind of get your ink pads primed to do some distinctive stamping, okay? If that does not make sense, please tell me that in the comments. Happy to go over it again, but I think you got it. Okay, so now this is how I made this one, right? And so I want to grab a few Ross's A-OK. All right, why don't we pop this one up? Because it's just cute and it's just dying to be popped up on dimensionals. All right. I don't sew, as I've said, but I have a lot of people that sew that I love. And in fact, if we have time, I'm going to show you this quilt that Tony Sutton made for me. Tony Sutton is over in our Tis the Season Christmas group, which you can join. It's a Facebook group, and we just talk about all of our Christmas projects. Well, Tony Sutton stopped by my house last weekend and brought me this gift that I think I almost cried over. It's so gorgeous. And of course, I already sent her a thank you card, but this would be a really cool thank you card as well. You inspire me, obviously. And then here was the other one that I thought you could use. I'm really kind of liking the circle, but what do you guys think? I am going to put, now maybe we could put, no, I want the scissors to be over here because they're pretty peacock. And then I'm going to have the thread off to this side and the little peacock buttons off to this side. Okay, sorry, I've already decided. And I'm going to pop this up. So this is, again, this is a stylish shape circle. This is another set of standalone dies that I think everybody needs to have if you have the die cutting machine, because it goes with just about everything in the world. So I had it out earlier. We were looking at the shapes. It has banner shapes, squares, and circles. And then again, it has decorative edges, and it's a must have. You've got to have it. Yes, Tony does beautiful work, doesn't she, Casey? Yes. Okay, Kathleen asked, would stamping off once work also? I think so. Yeah, it probably does. That may be um, another technique. So, good point. She is talking about for the distinctive stamps. Okay, back to our scissors, which are so cute. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here because this thing is up on dimensionals, right? And so I don't want to glue a bunch of edges down to this side because they won't be even. I'm going to hold that there for just a minute. And super cute. Okay, and then I'm just going to work my way around with a few of these little images, right? I have these, I was going to use these 3 bobbins, or not bobbins, they are spools of thread. Yes, so cute. Here's another one. They are all over the place. Okay. So it sounded like several of you have this set or have it on your to buy list. And yeah, I think it's like the best $1,000,000 set. Well, I mean, unless it had llamas in it, then it would really be the best. But we already have a llama set. It's called Zany Zoo. It's awesome. Yes, thank you. You guys were giving me you both chose circles. Perfect. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this one right down here, like they're falling out of the sky. So how many of you, you can just do thumbs up or hearts. How many of you sew, make projects with sewing? Okay, this is a tiny button. I'm going to show you the die cut. Again, you cut two buttons at once. This would be a good use or a good place to use adhesive sheet. If you were really clever, you could thread some linen thread through that. You've seen me working tonight. We're not going to be doing that. Since I made a card backwards, I think we're just going to hold off on threading those tiny shapes. And then I just snuck a heart in here too, but there is a square button and a round button. That looks like, yeah, and you can tell which is the front and the back. There's little tiny embossings on it and stuff. And so again, you can see I'm just like working my way around here and trying not to use a ton of glue, but also I'm lucky in that I'm putting this on white cardstock. So that really hides, all of that. I feel like this needs a little something sparkly on it. And I'm going to, let's see. I don't know if it's good. I think it's just going to be blank inside because sometimes I want to write someone a really heartfelt thank you note, right? You're like, no, you inspire me. Gosh, where did those things go? Let's see if we've got anything. I guess I don't want to hold fast to needing embellishments because we've already done like a lot of embellishing, right? But do you like this? I think it's really cute. Of course, I made it. Come on. Okay, so let me show you some of these dies. So here are the hearts. Okay, there's also a star and a flower. And then here's the thread, of course. And what else? Oh, these are the buttons right here, these little guys. So many neat items. Okay, let's see if there's anything that would embellish this further or if we're just going to leave it. I almost think just leave it. Lisa, just leave it. I have to know how to edit, right? Okay, I am going to put both of these cards. Dear Lord, help me. I'm going to put this masterpiece out here. And then I want you to sit tight for just a minute. And I'm going to go get the gift that Tony gave me. And I'm going to try and show it. I'm going to try and do it justice. Okay, but these are the two cards we made. You can tell me which one you like better. Sherry likes them both. Hello, Sherry. This is a quilt that she made. And guess what's on it? It's covered in llamas, everybody. I mean, it's so fun. Live, laugh, the Dalai Lama. All you knit is llama instead of all you need, right? Llama squad, llama fun, llama stay, no problema, llama queen. I mean, look at this. And I have slept under it and I can report it's perfect. It is perfect. Yeah, like I said, I can't even look at it too long. I'll start crying. So that's who I am. It was so nice. And just to think about all the work, all the fabric she bought that went into this, it's amazing. Amazing. Here's one with um, so many of these llamas remind me of different marketing things I've done. Here's one with earmuffs and oh my gosh. Anyway, can you believe that? So I'm going to put, I'll post a picture, right? Oh my gosh. Thank you everybody for a very interesting, very interesting crafting night. I realize my mind isn't quite where it should be, but I'm thinking about this. You know what? That was so fun, though. I appreciate you so much for sticking with me. And hey, we made a card that was upside down and we fixed it, right? Everybody needs to know how to do that. And then, so now I want to know who is going to try this now that we tried a couple different things, right? And now we know what doesn't work with the shaker for making a shaker out of the embroidery hoop. So, who's going to try this, right? And who's going to try this one? I think this one turned out really cute. It's a great use of the paper. Remember what we started with, which was that the designer series paper is on sale. The vast majority of it is on sale for 15% off. Okay. No, you're fabulous. Thank you. And so, again, I just want to thank all of you so much for joining me tonight. We went through the thunderstorm, my shoulder, all that business. We made it. We made it out, and we made two cards tonight, and I think they're pretty cute. So, again, I was using the Crafting with You bundle. Where'd the stamp set go? Stamp set ran off. It's okay. You know, it's the Crafting with You bundle, right? If you need any help finding it in the catalog, or you want me to help you choose a few products to coordinate with it to get started making your own projects, then just contact me here, private message me, email me at the Stamping Zoo at outlook.com, or just call me. I gave you my phone number earlier. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. I hope you have a great night, right? It's Friday Eve and a fabulous weekend, and I will see you all soon. Thank you so much.